Okay, we're live. Yes! 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 Daniel, you need to add everyone and say we're live in Wacko feed, please. That's your job. Make sure to send the link, don't just say we're live.
Oh yeah, I don't actually have permission to speak, and
Oh yeah, I forgot I
yeah, I get
removed
that
your
permission.
admin permissions because you were abusing them.
Take them back, please.
I
I
actually
don't know what you're
really...
talking about, Greg. Daniel would never.
Daniel would never do
I'm
such a
very
heinous thing. He's just a sweet little guy.
He's just a sweet little guy.
He's just a sweet little 15-year-old boy. Wacko
Look at that
faction.
smile. Oh.
Ah, little guy. Little boy, baby, boy guy. Little guy, baby. Wait, what do you mean schedule? Why is it scheduled? Oh no, we're here. Okay, don't worry about it, guys. Oh, but I'm doing it, by the way, Daniel. There's no way I'm giving you back those permissions.
Oh.
There we go. Wacko faction without Camden in the image. You're so welcome. Oh, yeah. I forgot that was still our image. I actually really don't like that image. Oh well. It's really good still.
I'm working on a new one. It's in progress. It's in progress.
Good. Do you...
Oh, I still need to send you a picture.
Sorry?
I still need to send Camden a picture of myself.
Did you
Oh,
ask...
awesome. Thank you.
You didn't
I
ask
will
me
do
for a
so
picture
tomorrow.
of myself.
Or when I do not look like
Well,
that.
because I have
right,
plenty
you took
of
the
pictures.
I
picture.
think I have a
That's
picture of you,
true.
actually.
Yeah, I have a really
Yeah,
good picture
and
of you, Johanna. But I don't know if you want it.
the
I
the
think
reference
that's
I was using for Johanna was a video from 2 years ago. So, like, but I
Fair
think I've
enough.
nailed Declan.
Oh god.
Hmm?
She's nailed you, Declan. You're dead.
I
She
have.
hit you in the heart with a nail gun.
Oh.
Anyway.
Nail guns aren't my preferred method, though.
What, do you just throw them?
No, I think a stake would work better.
That's true. Declan,
Like, or like a railroad spike.
Scottish people are vampires, so they are especially susceptible to stakes. It's actually why Daniel
Right.
pretends
I mean,
to
it's
not be
true.
Scottish. So he doesn't get staked in the heart.
That's true.
Okay.
I mean, Scotland's the perfect place. Yeah, it never has sun.
Can anyone remember what the fuck I'm doing?
I do. I took notes.
No. I know what happened. But can anyone remember what I myself am doing right
now? You brought the stream up.
Dabble
okay,
now you're
guys,
pulling.
Don't worry.
Great.
So, everybody, hi, Greg here. I'm Greg. So, I believe last we left off, Hala was in a slight little coma. Well, not quite a coma, knocked unconscious. Al-Sahir and Craig decided to create a scheme to steal... Remind me, what was it again? Was it a staff of the Conjurer?
It was relics, tombs, staffs.
Okay, great. And
it was like quite a few items.
Actually, can you remind me, what did I say about Queen Elizabeth being a mage? Because I want to make it canon. But didn't I say she was like a wizard or something, and she was keeping herself alive with magic?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Did I say, like, where she was or anything? Or was I just, like...
You didn't say where she was, no.
Okay, well, we'll see. Maybe she'll become...
You said that she was... I think it was you that said she was one that gave me Sabrina.
Oh, that's right. That is... I knew I said something else. Yes, she's... Which means she has some sort of hold and power over you. We'll see if that comes up. And why is she in esport? Who knows?
And canonically, it is Queen Elizabeth.
It is Queen Elizabeth, yes. Who was secretly a magic practitioner and had been extending her life, and faked her death so she could be a full-time wizard. So that's a plot point. We have Andrew was mauled relatively badly by a werewolf, Dave to be exact, from Craig's pub, and Frey was there as well. Cyril was also there, and so I think that was a pretty good leaving off point. It was all kind of, it was like an episode, you know, things kind of started and ended. So I'm going to make time pass. Now the time is only going to be 1 week, but basically it means you're not going to be picking back up exactly a day later. So when time passes, we have what we in the business call a faction turn. I won't go through the whole thing because it's boring as shit, but basically factions make moves that might be to do with the player characters, and you guys get to do moves. If you open up the quick start, this is also my way of kind of introducing everyone to all the mechanics and introducing myself to the mechanics. If you open the quick start PDF on page 14, you have city moves. Now you guys are all status 1 characters within your circle, which means what it means, you have your character is known in the city and in that circle, and an established actor whose debts are honored, commanding some degree of attention. You're not any sort of leader, but you're known. You have 4 abilities. You have 4 moves you can take, so you can only take one of these 4. Oh. Did Johanna leave? Is she back?
Oh,
Oh.
Hello?
Johanna? Is everything okay? Oh wait, I'm on the wrong thing.
Hopefully.
Okay, I believe in you. Sorry, I messed everything up for a second. Oh Christ, what am I doing?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything you said about like time passing, but it'll be fine.
I didn't really say anything important. You'll be alright. I just said that it happens and you have 4 moves. And so you can only take one of the 4 moves. You can, like, obviously within the narrative, your character can do something else as well. And maybe I can assign rules to it. But you have to take one of the 4 moves. One of the moves is just tending to your business. So that means... actually, I'll quickly go through what they are exactly. So you have... weaken someone standing. When you try to weaken someone standing in a circle with rumor and gossip, roll with status. So this is trying to take someone down within a faction. They take -1 ongoing to moves during the faction turn. So this could be another player character, or it can be an NPC. And it impairs their effectiveness within the faction turn. Narratively, this would be you gossiping about them. On a 10+, one of their enemies catches wind of your gossip and approaches you with damaging information about your target's interests. On a miss, your target traces the stories directly back to you and catches you in a vulnerable spot before you can react. Put out the word is you need something, you say you need something. For example, I'm not going to railroad you, Daniel, but maybe you need something for your scheme. This can be a magical tome, secret information, a skilled bodyguard, etc. You roll with status. On a 10+, it shows up in the hands of an ally. It's yours for a debt. On a 7 to 9, it ends up with a rival who will want something. And a miss, the thing shows up on your doorstep with wicked strings attached, exposing you to the wrath of a status 3 NPC from another circle. So there's no just, oh, you don't get it. Everything is giving you some sort of narrative idea. You have consult your contacts, so you get to ask questions. And you ask from that list, so make sure you do ask from that list. Again, it's just a way to kind of restrict you, but in a way that might allow you to go out of your comfort zone a little and open up new storytelling opportunities. And then you have tend to your business, which where you basically pass the time. You're like, there's not anything I actively want to pursue. You simply just chill for a bit, and maybe something comes to you. Well, actually, no matter what, something is going to come to you. So it's basically your way of saying, Greg, come to me. I want something. I said that very sexually. You know what I mean. So, we'll start with Daniel Al-Sahir. And again, remember, you can literally you can talk out of your ass. We are just collaboratively story creating, and if something, also, generally, you would just be living your regular life during this time. Whatever your regular life is, that's up to you, but it's kind of, we aren't going to see your character's everyday breakfast. It's happening in the background. So this is like a week where maybe generally nothing super exciting happens. But obviously you do have your moves, so something comes out of that. I just want to check really quickly. Okay, yeah, you guys make city moves first, then the factions make faction moves. So, Daniel, is there anything you'd like to do? You have to do
So
all
we
this, but
pick one of these things.
you pick one of the moves. If you don't have anything you're actively seeking out, then you can just tend to your business.
Okay. I would say so. Last episode, last season. What do we call it? What last?
We can say session. Episode works as well. It makes it sound
Session.
a bit more exciting.
And Craig and I were discussing about how we should probably try find Sabrina and I would discuss how we need to find a seer. Occult? No.
Were you?
Oracle. We need to find an oracle. She mentioned that there's an oracle in town that
yes,
could
there
help
was an
with
oracle called in
the
town.
heist.
Yeah.
And out of character, just so I know, that's Camden.
Yes, that is Camden. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'm probably going to consult my contacts.
Okay.
Yeah. Either consult my contacts or put out word. What would you say makes more sense? Consult
the word. Let me just read.
It's like it says information on put out the word, but also consult your contacts. You ask them questions.
I think put out the word would probably work more so, because the information can end up in the hands of certain people. We wouldn't just be like, oh, Harla just happens to be hanging out with I don't fucking know, some character. But yeah, and consult your contacts. There's not really a where is this person kind of one. So I think put out the word would work better. If you'd like to put out the word, you would just so you don't choose with consult your contacts. You like pick people you want to look for, but we put out the word. You're just putting it out to your circles, so it's like a big Reddit post saying, "Please help." So if you would like to do that, and you're specifically looking for information on this oracle's whereabouts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, great. Then could you roll with status? So that's just a +1.
I do Wacko general.
Yeah, well, you can roll with real dice, or you can roll with the dice roller if you'd like. It's up to you.
Where's my dice? Oh, yes, perfect.
Oh, Daniel, you slapped it in there. That's so handy for you. That's yeah. You get me. You put it into the thing. Oh no.
Oh shit.
That was a 3, right?
Oh.
That was a 3
Oh no.
Was it a 3?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm fine with taking either.
We'll do 3 and a 1. Either way, it's a miss, so it doesn't matter because it's only a +1.
Oh no.
So a miss is simple. A miss means that the thing shows up on your doorstep with wicked strings attached, exposing you to the wrath of a status 3 NPC from another circle.
Yeah.
You... Actually, sorry, no, we do all of the moves and then we see the actual things coming out. So I'm not gonna start doing an RP scene. Let's go, Camden. Would you like... which of these 4 city moves would you like? I'll just say for context, I'd say that you get knocked unconscious and are kind of gradually coming back to health. We'll look at the exact specifics there, but you're not like in a coma or anything, so you are able to do stuff.
Yeah. I would say anyways that I would be tending to my business, just trying to see if I can get any visions.
Okay. That's good. Can you... So you're seeing if you have, any visions. So if you would roll just 2 dice, we don't have a modifier for this. This is just basically a straight roll. That's what I wanted.
I got an 8.
An 8. Okay, so that is a hit.
An 8.
On a hit, an old friend or new ally approaches you with a request for help. Mark a corruption if you turn them down. Interesting. An old friend or a new ally. Interesting. Declan, which of the city moves would you like to do? Is Declan gone?
I think he said he was going to be back in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah.
Johanna! Which city move would you like to do? Is Johanna here?
She said, I can't really hear any use. It's all just delayed robot voices. Okay. Oh, but it's working again, she said.
Where are you seeing this?
At Wacko General.
It's working again, let's see for how long. Well, she doesn't seem to be hearing us right now, so that's probably stopped working.
It's ignoring us.
Yeah, maybe she hates us. That would be such a
thing
to do.
While we wait, just so I know, marking corruption, that, to my understanding, if you do it a certain amount of times, you end up, you lose your character.
So
right?
basically, every time it says mark corruption, you tick one of those boxes. You tick 5, you pick any of the ones from that list, but you have to pick one from the corruption list. I'm not sure.
Oh, so it's only until after you marked 5, then you...
Yes, then and then you remove all the 5, and then you just have that advance. So one of the advances would be getting a corruption move. You'd have a few options for that. But once you've marked something, you can't mark it again, which means eventually, you can do it earlier if you want to, if you think it makes sense in the story. But eventually, if you go too far into corruption, you won't have any choice but to mark retiring your character, and then returning as a threat. So it's not like it doesn't go down the list like that. It's just, process of elimination. In the end, you will have to... Your character will be too corrupted, basically.
Yeah. So is that just so I know, because it's quite different to D&D, is that something that you want to avoid, or is that the thing that you can embrace? And
it's something
you can just keep corruption.
Probably something you'd like to
lean into more.
Yeah. Because, and also for the sake of fun, you get new moves, you get different things, and it's kind of so it will happen kind of naturally as well. And each of your characters on your character sheet, they do have a corruption. It's called a corruption move, but it's not actually a move. It's specifically, if you go down to your character sheet. So let's say for the Fae, your corruption trigger, is for the Fae when you break a promise or tell an outright lie, mark corruption, because Fae are really into bargains and not lying, but twisting your words. For the Aware, they when you ignore your mortal commitments to deal with the supernatural, mark corruption. And these are just general if they happen throughout play, and then there's like a bunch of other ways to mark corruption. For example, just even when hitting people, one of the options, I believe, I don't actually quote me on that, but I believe one of the options is to mark corruption. And I can kind of just give you corruption when I want as well. Oh no, type of violence doesn't have corruption. I can also inflict harm upon you whenever I want. That's kind of the idea of the narrative-based game, but I would never go, oh, an anvil falls on your head, take three harm. It would be, there's two vampires with swords running at you, what do you do? Depending on what you do, you might take harm. Declan, what city move would you like to take out of the 4 possible city moves? Johanna, are you here?
I am going to.
Yeah, sorry, I do not think this is working for me tonight.
Yes,
I
it
have
is.
to like use mobile data to like talk to you fuckers,
Oh.
and I don't have enough to survive this shit.
Oh, that's alright.
I'm so sorry.
You are definitely having trouble.
This
And you're already cutting out. So you know what? That's all good. We'll see what Frey's up to next time. For now, Frey is vanished.
just have to do ominous shit.
She's doing ominous shit. She's in the forest.
Perfect.
Okay,
Sorry, guys.
that's okay. We forgive. I mean, Camden won't
Bye
forgive you, but the rest of us will
bye.
forgive you.
Oh, okay. Bye.
It's okay. Bye.
Bye.
It's
Bye.
not okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Horrendous.
Poor
Honestly.
thing.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Which of these city moves would you like to do?
I'm gonna tend to my business.
Okay. You are tending to your business. Also, Daniel, you mark an advancement with power because you took a city move with the circle power. So just tick/scribble the box. That is power.
Gotcha.
Under advancement.
Thanks.
So, tend to your business. Could you make me a straight roll, Declan?
Yeah. Next.
6. Okay, that's a failure, which means where is it? They move tend to your business on a miss. An NPC. Interesting. An NPC interrupts your day-to-day business to cash in a debt you hoped they had forgotten about, mixing you up in a mess within your circle you'd rather have avoided. Interesting.
I have a debt.
Apparently so. You don't have any.
I've any with
So this is mostly this would be a debt that isn't on your character sheet yet. Basically, we're going back in time, changing something, and then going forward in time. So we'll see what happens there.
All right.
So the TV crackles, and the black-eyed man stands on top of the Empire State Building in New York City. Is this rolling? Okay. Good morning, Supernatural World. This is Harry Spinster coming to you from BTV News. Carnage last night in Eastport as a pickup truck, seemingly owned by a mortal, I know, was ravaged by the rogue werewolf Dave the Devilish. He apparently went mad after losing some money in an investors meeting and possibly endangering our entire supernatural world. The Ministry of Truth has been at the scene. We move over to an image of a completely dark district of Eastport. A power cut in the docks district of Eastport seemingly originated from a warehouse within the docks district. Some sort of machine caused such a large explosion that it took out the entire electric grid. Then it moves over to some other random bullshit. But we zoom out and we're back in Craig's bar. But Craig isn't there. Instead, one of the bartenders... give me a name.
Dave.
No, we've already got a
McKee.
Dave. We've already got a Dave.
Lewis.
Okay. Lewis. The bartender Lewis is serving you Al, and goes, "All right, mate. You haven't heard of the big one recently, have you?"
The big one.
Yeah. Lewis is a man with a very thin face, a long beard tied at the end, and kind of long greasy hair that's like heavily receded at the front. Yeah, Big Craig. You know him. Your mate.
Yeah.
Craig, you remember him, right?
Yeah, I remember Craig, yeah.
Yeah. He just kind of up and left, and I'm not sure where
He's gone.
where he is, honestly.
He's missing.
I guess so, yeah, but not so missing that you'd like have to search for him. Otherwise, that would be like the point of the entire session. We don't want that. But just like missing in like a backstory.
He hasn't shown
way.
up a few days, but he's
yeah,
like,
you know, and it's kind of
Yeah.
like he lives and exists here all the time. So it's kind of worrying that he just hasn't shown up at all. But you know how it is. Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
he's powerful. He'll be fine.
He
I'm sure.
is actually a demon, which is kind of terrifying. You know, I'm just a lowly I'm just a lowly guy. I made a deal with the wrong type of demon, and now I'm here. Was that demon Craig? Probably, yeah. It was Craig, yeah. But at least I get cool demonic powers, and his hand conjures into flame. The TV crackles again, and you hear Harry Spinster, the guy with black eyes, go, and news from the Spell and Tomes Society. A spokesperson has debunked the conspiracy theory that Bill Gates is actually the famed wizard known as the Conjurer. More at 3. That perks your interest, as you know of the Conjurer, and he is currently your villain. No one knows much about him. Why? Not your villain, sorry, your rival. Why don't you like the Conjurer, Al-Hasir? What is it about him?
He killed my sister.
Did he have a reason for
A long
doing
time
so,
ago.
or was he just doing it for fun? Or was it like Fog of War? It kind of just happened accidentally.
We were in a battlefield, and he was the one that killed her. It wasn't like a targeted thing, but yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no, it was.
It was? To get
Yes.
to get at you?
Yes, because I was poor, I stole from him, and he found that to be a necessary consequence of it.
Okay. Wow. You were poor and he murdered your sister. Sounds like
he's
my life,
evil.
am I right, guys? My sister it doesn't exist. I don't have a sister. As far as I know, maybe she was murdered by a wizard and then he used a spell to make me forget her. You never know. Camden, do you have a sister?
Nope, just a brother.
Okay, just seeing. So there's
Is
two
that
of us.
brother Greg?
Is that brother Greg? Declan, do you have a brother?
I have a sister.
So we have 2 people with sisters and 2 people... Sorry, 2 people with 1 sister and 2 people with 1 brother. That's crazy, guys. Isn't it just? I'm sorry that I just doxed your familial existence on YouTube. I just realized that we each have 1 sibling. Anyway.
That's what's wrong with all of us.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with all of us. Are we all... Oh no, me and Camden are elder siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just doxing us even more.
I'm the youngest.
I know. Oh, do you have multiple siblings?
That makes sense, Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh, you do. Oh, how many?
Yeah. 2.
Oh, you
Dalton once again.
You ruined my theory.
I'm sorry.
Kill one.
1.
Yeah, exactly 1. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, you get a call from the phone. Oh, sorry, Al-Hasir.
My phone or
yeah,
the-
your phone rings.
Hello? I'm gonna use magic to keep it up next to my ear.
It's your ward, Sabrina, I want to say?
Yes.
Great. She goes, "Oh, Master Al-Hasir, we need you
Yeah,
back at
what
the
is it?
sanctum. There's, a very ill-looking ghoul who wants to speak to you.
Okay,
He keeps talking
ghoul?
about the red pill, and it's kind of freaking me out. I'm not sure
I'll
if he's ever
be right there.
spoken to a woman before.
Yeah, you know ghouls, they're a bit...
Oh, he's
Don't tell him I said that.
showing me a Joe Rogan podcast. He's talking to Jordan Peterson. I've never heard of either of these people, I'm going to be honest with you. I stopped using the internet when I became a mage, but they seem really dumb.
Just... I'll be there in a second.
Sorry guys, just some cutting edge political commentary from me. How do you get to your sanctum?
Oh. I will be cutting through alleyways. Oh, taxi. Actually, that's easier.
Okay, you hop into a taxi and drive off. Okay. The apartment is quiet. Andrew. Frey took off a few days ago. You're not sure why. She hasn't really seemed the same. She kind of cut out every once in a while. After the werewolf attack, your harm has healed slightly, so you can mark 1 of your harm boxes off, but you still have the fate harm. It still definitely hurts, especially when you exert yourself, but it's not as bad as it was. You got some medical care, but part of you feels a little bit of resentment, as you know Frey is a Fae. It's in her name. Remove the R. And you know that she could have healed you. And she chose not to. And it hasn't been mentioned, but you wonder why she didn't heal you, why she didn't take that risk for you, even if there were risks attached. Luckily, Cyril Callis is there, and he's currently smoking a bong. He has been crashing with you since Frey left. He's taken her room. You didn't know about it for the first day, but then you realized he was asleep in her room, and he's kind of been chilling ever since.
Okay. Yeah. Usually I would be pissed, but the fact that Frey didn't heal me, I'm like, he'll deal with that when she gets back.
He takes a big long suck. That's what they say. That's what they say in the weed community. A big long suck out of his bong. And you can tell I'm really well versed in drug culture.
Yeah.
And goes, dude, I just can't believe it. I mean, Frey is a fae? Like, she's a fair, and that was a fucking werewolf, dude. You know what you have brought me into? You have built me a new world, man. A new fucking world. My world has tripled in size. I want to become a vampire. Do you think I can become a vampire?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know any vampires.
Like, to be honest with you, like, I always believed in the supernatural, but I was like, I doubted myself and I thought, this is bullshit. What if all the Reddit posts just aren't real? But they are real. Vampires exist. Do you think UFOs exist? Do you think Bigfoot is actually a werewolf? I mean, there's so many unanswered questions.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm not
this...
as used.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I'm just not as used to it as you think.
Are you like a vampire?
No, I'm not. Might be a werewolf though.
What?
I'm just checking the scar. Just checking the scar. Like,
There is no hair growing out of the scar just yet. Oh shit! Did it bite you?
I don't know much about me. I don't even know about the supernatural. This just happened.
Shit, dude. We gotta like do something. No? Is there like someone you know who would know more about this or something? Like, there has to be someone you can talk to. I mean, I don't know where Frey went off to, but honestly, I have not been into them ever since, you know, they did heal you, dude. I mean, you know what we say? Bros before romantic interests. And I just, you know, that was just bad out.
I don't really want to talk about her right now. But I mean, there's been this one guy, I guess, but he usually just uses me as some extra muscle. Al something, can't remember.
Now that sounds like a mighty name. Do you have his number? Do we maybe call him? I just feel like it's I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I need a fucking therapist, but like the kind that lets me unload my supernatural trauma. I saw you get slashed by a fucking werewolf, okay? Last week, I watched true crime podcasts because I wanted to feel some excitement in my life, okay? I've been sleeping out of my car that has been fucking towed since then because I've got 12 DUIs, and that's how that works. Your car gets towed or something. This is the US, and I know how rules work. I'm high, so it doesn't matter that I don't know how rules work. And also, I'm American, but for some reason I sound English. Who knows? But my point is, my life was so boring. Now it's got everything, and I'm fucking scared, dude, okay? I know you don't really like me, and you just kind of stay around me, you know, I'm that chumby best friend like fucking Rowley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but I have feelings, dude.
Okay. Not gonna lie, we were good, but the last time you put me on this big adventure, I almost got killed. Alright, and that's why I was not as happy with you. Alright, you told me it was like, oh, just a weird sign, and then all of a sudden, two things are chasing me. One almost bit me.
Listen, man.
I'm a bit-
I'm sorry about that. That wasn't cool of me. I really wanted some adventure, it hasn't been easy. You know how it is, just the classic. I just feel like my life has completely gone nowhere. I mean, I'm what? How old are you? How old is Andrew? This is Greg asking.
Andrew's 28.
28, okay. I'm like 26. I've got no house, no job. I write fucking Reddit posts about the supernatural. I just thought maybe I can have a purpose, and maybe now I can. And it did fuck you up. I have to be honest with you. And I am sorry about that genuinely, but I don't care if I go out in a blaze of glory. I just want someone to remember my name. You know? I don't care if I die tomorrow, as long as people know who I am.
That's fair. That's fair. I just, it's. I didn't. I went away from trouble just to come back into something worse, and I just. You're right though. We do need to talk to someone that I think has more experience in this. And Frey's just gone off and fucked off. I mean, I'll call Al. Maybe he'd be, not busy right now, but I mean, the guy is weird, like horrendously weird.
I imagine
It's.
a lot of those magic.
I mean, worse than you.
Worse than me, dude. That's
I
mad.
don't even think. Yeah, that's fair though. I mean, like, I don't think he's even like a vampire or something. I think he's just like a weird dude who reads, and
Wait.
yeah.
But he knows about the supernatural, right?
Yeah, I think he knows a lot more than us though. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Andrew will then try to call him.
Okay. And the phone rings. I'd also say that was a moment of emotional intimacy with Cyril. Not in the sexy way,
Yeah.
just in a no, not like that, Daniel, not like that. You can tell Daniel's had lots of sex. However, your intimacy move is when you share a moment of intimacy with someone new who isn't mortal. You mark corruption. Cyril is mortal. But when you figure someone else out you've previously shared a moment of intimacy with, roll with heart instead of mind. So you get to kind of empathetically look at them rather than just scrutinizing them. And you can do that if you want to figure Cyril out at any point. Just remember that figuring someone out is asking those however many of those questions that are already there. If you advance figure someone out, if you basically level up, then you get on a 12 plus, if you roll over 12 and the ability is advanced, then you get to ask them any question, which is pretty powerful. And I have to answer. I'm an open book in that case. But anyway, for now it's just those questions. So the phone rings, and we find ourselves at the top of an esports skyrise. It's about 2 a.m. and Hala is deep in meditation. The door you can hear slightly open with a light creak. The room you're in currently is a beautiful penthouse bedroom. Not the master bedroom. I think we all know who that goes to. but it is a penthouse bedroom. And it's got an ensuite bathroom. It's got a lovely velvet double bed. It is close to the best that money can rent in Eastport. It is high up as well. The entire city sprawls out like a constellation below you. It's actually an amazing place to try and see prophecies. You're on the balcony, listening to the cars off in the distance, but then you hear the balcony door creak open. Do you say anything?
Can I see them in my peripheral?
Well, your eyes would probably be closed, but I'd say, you know what?
Oh,
You're an
fair enough.
oracle. You can sense Jason's essence.
Why are you bothering me now?
Hey, Hala, how's the old head since the accident?
Well, the migraines have turned into headaches, so that's better.
That's that's good, isn't it? Listen. We're friends, right, Hala?
I would consider you my friend, yes.
Friends, sometimes they have to ask their friend favors, right?
Yes, I think you're well versed in that.
Oh, you jest. I would like you. I have a fucking problem, Hala. He crouches down, okay? And I need you to do this for me. Krishnadur
What
has
is it?
vanished. I don't know where he's gone. Since the explosion, he was different, and then he ran. And I know you've had trouble, but this is important because if we don't find him, Willem is coming tomorrow, and if this fucking ghoul does something, messes something up, you are my prize, Hala. And that ghoul knows more about you than anyone apart from you and I. And I don't know if he's smart enough to tat a tale. But if he does tat a tale, we are fucked, you and I. We are fucked.
No, he must be found.
Are you able to, like, woo, you know? Like, woo, find him.
Could I use psychometry on an object that belonged to him? Or could I use it maybe on the chair again to delve deeper into the feeling of like anguish that was built into it?
Interesting. The chair, so the chair isn't there anymore. The chair was destroyed, so
Oh,
you
it was
wouldn't
probably
be
exploded.
able to touch that, and it's also swarming with cops. So what object? Actually, yeah, I'll ask you a question. What object do you think Krishnadur might have left behind that you could channel?
Probably like maybe a small toolbox.
Okay. So when you ask that, Jason leads you into the kitchen with a locked toolbox and goes, I've been trying to figure this thing out for ages. It's so strange. It's got like, you have to like, I am a great lockpicker, okay? But this thing, you have to turn the numbers and then they line up. But what's the answer? Is it I've tried 000. I've tried 111. I've tried 222. I've tried 333. I've tried 444. Don't even get me started on 555. Haven't gone further than that, but I assume it's not any of the other ones.
Can I guess, can I inspect the box to see if he would have written the numbers on there, like on the bottom?
Sure, he didn't.
Did I know him well?
You met him first at that computer.
The other night,
Yeah, the
right?
other night, like a
Yeah.
week ago, and haven't really spoken to him since. So I'd say probably not.
Okay. Can I use my psychometry and ask what secrets or mysteries has this object been privy to?
Sure, roll with spirit. So, just 2d6 plus whatever your spirit is.
I rolled a 7, so it's an 8.
Okay, so that's, you get 1. What secrets or mysteries has this object been privy to? Let me think for a moment. You see a scene. A young mechanic and his wife. His wife is tied up in a chair with a bag over her head. The mechanic scrambles backwards. Please, I don't know what you think I did, but I don't know who you are. What have you done? What have you done to my children? A dark, shadowy figure approaches. You know computers, do you not? The voice is very familiar to you. I require your service, Christian. What do you mean? Who are you? Fangs glint in the faint light, and all goes dark. Any luck, Hala?
Did you kidnap him?
Who? Have to be more specific than that, darling.
Krishnador.
Oh, yeah. What, you think ghouls come to us willingly?
Maybe I had a shred of hope
Oh,
he would have.
you sweet girl.
You know, people can just put out ads now. There's the internet for a reason. You just put out ads.
Hala,
Hire someone.
being
You
a
have
ghoul
money.
is second only to being in hell. It is not something that anyone would go to willingly. You get your humanity stripped from you and only a semblance of your essence remains. The rest of you obsessively devoted to your master, a vampire. Which begs the question, how did Krishnador escape me? Am I really such a laughable vampire that I can't even keep a ghoul on a leash? I mean, fucking hell, Willem has about 200 ghouls. I couldn't keep one? What's he gonna think of me?
I don't know.
What, will I just go find
Maybe it was
a
something
ghoul?
of the explosion.
The explosion.
You said he was different.
Yeah, he was, but what was different? He just seemed... You know what he seemed? That's it. He seemed... At first I thought just more what's the word? Closed off, but I think actually he seemed smarter somehow. Just think maybe he got back some of that humanity?
Like
Still
it freed him.
sounded like a ghoul. Fucking hell, if this is true, Hala, you do not know what this will mean for us. We have to kill him.
Well, then maybe he went home.
His home is on the other side of the United
Where
States.
you took him from.
Yes,
Well, how would he
Seattle.
get there?
I don't know. I don't know if many people are gonna give a ride to a fleshy monster. I mean, he still looks like a ghoul. Also, the guy, like, he wasn't great. All of that, like, weird nerd stuff and, like, the fucking r/men going their own way, that was from before he became a ghoul. Like, for all intents and purposes, he was a bit of a creep. Like, he had a wife, but I'm pretty sure it was one of those things where they were both really young and got married way too young, and now they feel like they're trapped together. If anything, I saved him. I mean, I saved her wife from him.
Right. If that's what you have to say to yourself, I'll accept that for now. Well, then what do we do about not having him?
You know, I was hoping maybe you'd be able to find him. Perhaps you could use your, perhaps give me one moment. Perhaps you could use your hit the streets circle move and try and find him. You see, I have all this preparation to do. I have to set up the sanctum. As much as I love going after ghouls, I do really need to set up. And even if we find Krishnador and end his miserable life, he Willem will not be very impressed if he comes to a drab, cold, depressing sanctum. We need a vampire lair. Unfortunately, I don't have a vampire lair. That warehouse was the closest thing. You know, I'm thinking maybe
Right.
I need to look at myself in the mirror for a bit. So I might start, I might join a calisthenics class. The new year's coming up, so I thought I might try and improve myself a little. Point is,
Oh, good.
this Willem
And
fella
I do like this place.
needs to see that we have our shit together, and maybe I will get a promotion. You know what that means? The war against darkness? You know our thing? Perhaps it'll be more winnable.
That would be very helpful.
It would. Yes.
And maybe I can find out something else. Maybe he has some more information for me.
Yes. Maybe. So maybe you should use the hit the street circle move, because I want to see it in action.
I will. Indeed. I will.
Not to
hit the
railroad you
street.
or anything. I was born before the railroads, but, you know, this is just me.
Yes.
So, who are you going to? This can be a relationship that your character has. Could be a PC NPC, or it could be a new character.
It would probably be somebody I know from the bar.
Okay.
So maybe like a coworker at the bar.
Like another bartender?
Yeah, like the demon dude. Does he ever get
Lewis?
out, or is he like eternally stuck there?
No,
Yeah.
Lewis gets out. Lewis has a day job. But at night he's
What's Lewis's take?
Lewis is he's a janitor at a university, but it's actually a cover for him abducting university students and sacrificing them to his demonic masters.
Oh, okay.
so you could find him.
So he would like be around and like kind of see where people are going in
Yeah.
general in the general area.
He would around the university, which is where the majors usually hang out. But he'd probably have
Maybe
general knowledge as well. I'd say.
yeah. Yeah, I'd like to talk to him about maybe a ghoul running in fear away from the city.
Okay. Roll with their circle. So Lewis is a tainted, which means you roll with power. I don't know what your sorry, not power, wild.
Oh. Okay.
What do you have in wild? Is it a -1?
It's a 0. It's a
Okay.
0, but I had a +2 in power.
Oh. Whoops.
I rolled a 6.
Oh no. Interesting. So that's a failure. And it doesn't quite say what happens on a miss. But we'll see what happens on a miss. But before that, Al, you open the door to your sanctum. You walk down the hallway. The dragon, who's named... Was it Draco? I'm pretty sure you just named him Draco.
Draco.
Yes, the dragon goes, Master, there are 2 intruders in the sanctum. Shall I remove them
Mention intruders.
immediately?
No, we talked about this. Is it Sabrina and a ghoul?
Who is Sabrina?
The woman that's here a lot, she talks to me sometimes. Talks to you sometimes. She baked you a cake one though. You
The
remember?
intruder. Yes, she is here. Would you like me to dispose of her?
No. Keep her alive. We need her.
Powering
She's
down
important.
spike trap.
We've a spike trap? Fuck me.
Yes. It was made by the man who lived here before you. He was a much greater man than you will ever be.
I can kill you.
You cannot, for I am not alive. I am closer to an Amazon Alexa than an actual being. You enter into the large dining hall of your sanctum, where a huge rock statue of Draco resides. Beforehand, you were just talking to a smaller version of him in the hallway. Sitting, you see a ghoul wearing kind of steampunk goggles and mechanics rags, and there's currently a corpse on the table that he is just eating into, like just putting his fangs into the stomach. Sabrina kind of stands off to the side, looking kind of annoyed, looking at her phone. She's looking at Wizard TikTok, and she goes, "Ah, Master, you're here. This is the guy. He calls himself." That's what he calls himself.
Krishna.
Your name is Master? He stands up, looks at you.
My name is Al-Sahir.
That's a stupid
What's yours?
name. I am Risahur. Risahur. He vomits out the large appendix.
What's he?
Sorry.
Okay. That's fine. I'll wave my hand and he'll
A
go away.
broom flies and starts mopping it up. Or mop, not a broom. Brooms can't mop. He goes, You want Oracle.
I do. I've been
Remind me,
looking for one.
what did you roll on your move again?
It was a 4, I think.
So a miss.
2. 3, 4. No.
It was
yes, it was a
either way
miss.
not good. Interesting. Sorry, one moment again. Where the hell did the city moves go? Oh, it's in like page 14. Got the word. That's it. I have know where she is. Why do you want her?
I think we could be good friends. Will you tell me where she is?
Make me the good old persuade an NPC roll, please.
What action is?
That's rolling with heart. Also, just a quick reminder, this isn't to do with this situation, I just remembered it. You have the Let It Out ability as well, which you can use whenever you'd like, technically, which always marks corruption when you use it, or on a 10+, you can choose to either ignore the corruption or the complications, but you have 4 options on your sheet that it can be, and it's kind of special abilities that your character would have. So, for example, the aware can try and convince an NPC to act on their kindness roll or own best interest, and so if they succeed, for example, they wouldn't have to give the person a debt. Draw immediate mortal attention to a personal situation. The wizard, I'm sure, has wizardy shit. The imp would have stuff like infiltrating a hostile area by appearing unworthy of concern, etc. So just letting you guys know that Let It Out is there and you can use it. And sometimes it might be useful. Anyway, could you roll with heart, for me, please? Dice scam. Oh my god. 12, and what's your heart?
12 minus 1, 11.
11, great. So that means... the moves again. I think she needs friends. That Jason fella is rather uninteresting. He resides, and she resides in the bring. Your telephone is ringing.
1 second, please.
Okay.
With actually say the name real quick. This can wait.
No,
What's the name?
you can take it.
No, I insist.
No,
I insist.
I
Just say.
have all the time in the world.
Do you really? Are you sure? It really feels
Yes.
like you're gonna die as soon as I hang this. Okay, I trust you.
Of
Don't
course not.
die. Handlessly, I'm
We
gonna
see the
rise
camera
the
sees
phone to my hand.
Alsa here turn around and start talking on the phone.
What's that?
Oh, it is his phone.
He had to get his prop.
He had to get his
Yeah.
prop. The camera, as he picks up the phone, starts defocusing on Alsa here, and onto the Draco statue behind him. Did you pick up?
Oh, answer. Hello, Andrew.
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Is this important? Sorry, it's.
Well, kinda. See, I had a wee accident like a week ago.
You okay?
Fine, just a scar. But I have a couple of questions for you. Well, me and another guy, but
Hey,
would it be
Cyril
right if I
here.
come over? Cyril, forgot to say it, yep.
Sure. Is that the
Andrew-
seal you got? You've been telling me about.
Andrew, you faintly
Yeah.
hear dispatching intruders coming from the background. and the camera watches
No,
as
no.
fire starts blaring at Krishna Door, and he starts screaming, "Ah!"
Oh,
Sabrina
Alexa.
goes, "No, stop!" And then the fire goes onto her as well. Ah! She hides behind a pillar, and the fire stops. Intruders dispatched, Master.
We need to talk, Draco, about what you do and don't do with house guests.
Okay. I'm still alive.
I want you to disable
The
that
ghoul is
feature.
still alive,
that-
Master. Would you like me to dispatch of him permanently?
No, no, no,
Did you say yo, as in yes?
No.
In Hungarian?
no. Draco, if you think
Are
about
you
it, he's a
sure
ghoul. He's already
that
undead.
you
He's
do
already
not
dead, bro.
want to
He's already
kill
dead.
Not
He's
the
already
ghoul.
dead.
I heard him speak, Master. Say yes if you want
No
me
killing.
not to
Do not
dispatch
kill
him.
anyone.
Say
Yes.
yes if you want me not to not dispatch him.
Feels like you want to dispatch him, but do not do it.
I heard no. Dispatchment commencing.
I'm gonna run in front of him and actually, I'm gonna run in front of him and let it out, which allows me to deflect or redirect an oncoming blow before it strikes.
Okay, roll me let it out, please. So that's rolling with spirit.
I'm gonna get like it.
You need to get
Andrew,
2
1 second.
cameras.
My friend is about to die.
Oh yeah, you hear all
I
of this,
heard-
by the way, Andrew. Cyril's like, is everything okay?
I don't know, man.
So that's 7
Oh, there's a
plus 2. So
7 plus 2, so
9.
9. Which means you succeed, but you mark a corruption. And how the effect is costly, limited, or unstable. You step in front of it and put up a shield of magical energy deflecting the fire. And all is good.
Sorry about that, Andrew. What were you saying?
Maybe it's not the best times.
It's fine. What was it you need help with? Are you okay?
Yeah, we were going to ask some questions. Maybe come over, but I don't feel like your place is the best.
You might not be the safest. I'll tell you what.
So
I'll meet
whenever
you. Go on.
whenever you're next free, and maybe
I'm free like now, pretty much. I just need to get like the name of one place out of this guy, but then
I mean, do you want to go out for a couple of drinks then, and we can
deal.
talk about it?
Let's go out.
Do you know any places?
This really nice place. Yeah, we can go
Yeah.
there.
Sounds good.
It's a really secret club.
Aye.
It doesn't have a name. It's weird.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Do you know the location for it?
Yeah. Don't worry, I got you.
Just
I'll meet
send me
you.
Yeah.
I'll send you the address.
Yeah. Send me the address. Yeah.
Who did you say
Yeah.
you're with?
Talk to you later.
Yeah. Who did you say you're with though?
So.
Cyril, how do you trust him? Or
I mean, he's a perfect dumbass. Like, it's quite
Yeah.
hard for him. Like, I feel like I really need to let him come with me this time.
is he dangerous? Do you...
Sorry. No, he's not dangerous.
Alright, go for it. Alright, I'll text you the address and meet you there
Yeah.
in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I think you're pretty sure you need to check those people out. Whatever happened to them?
Oh yeah, my yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll
don't
talk.
do any surprise visits for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
I'll talk to
well,
you later.
see ya. Love ya.
Master.
I told you he's.
You hear from behind you, Al. So here you hear, Master.
Yes.
I think Draco's dead.
We'll deal with that. 1 second. What's the name of the place?
What place is that?
The place where the Oracle is and Jason is.
Oh, right.
What's the
Oh,
name
you're
of
not
the place?
asking me. I don't feel so good. Just
You
kidding. They are at the penthouse suite on the Oracle Tower. Funny that they named the tower the Oracle Tower.
That's perfect. Thank you very
It's
much.
one of the tallest
Now,
towers in the city. You won't miss it. I'm also going to have to stop doing this voice because it's really hurting my throat.
But thank you very much. I'm gonna call you Chris. I would say.
Don't call me that.
Why not? Who's Chris?
Evil. Past curse, not mine, not my name.
What about Gary? Gary the
Alright,
Ghoul.
yeah, Gary's good. Yeah, sounds good to me, man. Gary's cool. Yeah. I mean, I prefer but Gary works as well.
It'll take me a while to learn how to pronounce that one, unfortunately.
Say it after me.
No.
Close. Don't quite have that twang, though.
I'll work on it, I promise. Well, thank you very much for the information. There's Sabrina can get you some more bodies from the freezer, and
Wait,
stay as long as you like.
you have body? I had to kill
It's
that man.
we need for some experiments. You killed, dude. Just ask for it. We have like tons of bodies.
How would I have... I had to go out and kill some random homeless guy. Like, I didn't feel good about it, but, like, I thought this guy would go mad if he didn't have
You
human flesh.
shouldn't.
Yeah, I think he, like, had a family. Like, he had, like, a picture of, like, a woman and a child. Like, I didn't feel good about it. Like, I'm pretty sure he was, like... Pretty sure he was an addict who was, like, kicked out of his house and, like... Like, he didn't have a... He was...
I mean, you
he
can't
seemed
just go
nice.
around killing people.
Actually, he kind of, like...
Kill people.
He kind of, like, really just gave me, like, a lot of actually really good advice. Like, he was a really sound guy. But, yeah, then I had to blast his face with fire. So...
Next time, use the freezer. It's so much easier.
I didn't know there was
See,
a
now we're
freezer.
gonna
This
have to try
place
resurrect this guy.
goes so far down. It goes so far down.
Yeah,
Also, you know
that's
we
the
don't dabble in
point.
necromancy,
The lower you
right?
go, the better.
Necromancy is the forbidden art. Vampires dabble in
Oh, it's-
necromancy, and even they're shit at it.
I know the vampires are so terrible, but we'll not just. We'll put him. Okay,
I can just...
Chris. Great, now go.
Yes.
You finish this body.
I am...
Sabrina will give you
I'm
some more
full.
bodies.
I don't just
Oh,
have
you're
an
full?
endless
Okay,
appetite. Like I'm not an
Nice.
animal. You fuck.
I apologize.
No, actually, you know what?
But,
I'm not taking that from you. Alright? I'm not a fucking animal. And we shift scenes.
You're not.
You find yourself in a seedy alleyway. Andrew. You and Cyril turn in and write down. It seems to be sort of a market, but a very quiet one. Mostly old Eastern European looking women peddling probably fresh produce. Cyril's like, dude, are you sure? You have to slow down because there's like people walking in front of you. Are you sure this is the right address that he gave you?
I said, I don't. He's a weird guy. Maybe.
Like, I've been to some weird clubs, but this is like next level shit. Like, what?
Yeah.
Where's the club?
This is literally. Oh, that's a guy shitting on it. Yeah, this place is a bit fucked. It's a market.
You see, amongst the abandoned storefronts, there's one store that's open. It's a LAN cafe. Something which you thought had gone way out of style about 15 years ago. But you see some people, and there's some very loud music coming from it.
LAN cafe?
Yeah,
The fuck is a LAN cafe?
you know, it's one of those things they had them back in the day. It's where you'd go and you'd connect to the internet, and it's also a cafe. Back when people's homes didn't have internets, but I really thought they fell out of style like a long time ago. Like everyone has internet.
Yeah, I mean, like, was that a thing?
Was it? I actually don't know. This is esports, so like it's also British, and also so like it's fine. It was actually mostly a British colony, and also an Irish colony, and also it came and actually there was this guy named Greg, and he came and started the first LAN cafe in esports. So yeah, they're really actually they were a big thing in esport.
And their time is way back. I mean, like, I had internet when I was a kid. I mean, it was shitty internet, but I still had internet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they are. Yeah. No, yeah. What, do you want to go in? Maybe they know where the club
Fuck it.
is.
Yeah, sure, why not? I think I'll just stroll up. Is there like any bouncers or that?
Oh no, it is just it's a glass door with a glass window, and through the window you can see just rows of desks with computers ranging from like modern gaming PCs to they look like they're from the late 90s, and just a bunch of like college aged to like late 30s people.
Right. I think while like open up the door, like saying so. I mean, I didn't realize there was a college nearby, and like just open up the door.
Open the door and everyone stops playing. The smell of body odor is overwhelming. Can you roll to keep your cool, please?
Yep. But I had to keep my cool again.
I believe it's spirit, but let me just double check.
Spirit.
It is spirit.
Yeah, that's alright. That's a 6.
On a 6, you feel everything clogging up. A man walks up to you. He's got curly hair, very receded for the fact he looks about 20. He's wearing those glasses, those sunglasses that have like the slits in them rather than just being normal sunglasses. I'm not sure what those are called, but he's wearing those, and he's got his like chest out, kind of trying to look sexy. It's not working. He's got like tiny tufts of hair coming out of his nipples. And he goes,
Hey, are you here? Would you like to join the land cafe? Are you alright?
Yeah. Yep. I'm alright.
Who who are you?
No, mate. Sorry. No, we just came in to ask if there's any bars around here.
What? What? Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that. I don't drink. What kind of bars?
It's just a bar, I think.
Just
What's
bar?
that smell?
Oh, that. I don't smell anything. Why, do you smell something strange?
No. You know what? I think we're in the wrong place anyway.
I must say, you smell quite nice.
and someone blocks the door behind you.
You're
Oh shit.
human, right?
I am going to what's mislead? No, mislead. What is it?
You have
what's the
mislead,
one you-
distract, or trick.
trick. I'm going to trick.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
I am going to instead act like try to straighten up and say, now why do you think I'm human?
Okay. Roll me mind, please. If you'd like to.
I think I have sheep's clothing, which makes me roll with heart instead.
Yo!
And I'm
And
very
you've got a
arty
plus
boy,
3
so let's
in
go.
What'd you roll, Declan?
11.
Okay, sweet. 11. So, that means they are fooled at least for a moment, and you pick 3 from those 4 options.
I want to confuse him for some time. Avoid further entanglement, and then create an opportunity to leave.
You see, stops for a moment, stares into your eyes, kind of goes,
He's human, right?
are you going to try escaping?
Yeah, I'm gonna try escape. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do it, and then when I don't know what I'll do with the big guy. I'm just like, I'm putting up a show now. I'm like, and I'm being like, don't annoy me. I'm trying, like very much put an accent on.
Yeah.
Me and my family are trying to find a nice place to have a drink. Now, if you excuse me, because this is not the place, obviously.
You're familiar.
And I'm gonna try walk out the door.
You try to walk out the
Can
door,
you see us?
and they...
I'm going to.
the vampire... I mean, the person that was at the door puts out an arm and goes, "You're no vampire, friend." You look up and see that his face is... his smile has been carved further. He wears a leather jacket and tufts of scraggly hair dyed all different colors. He's got a lot of chains, and you're not quite sure if lots of tattoos or lots of spray paint on his body. But he looks like a Joker ripoff.
Oh, okay.
Let me put a smile in that face, human. What are you doing in our territory?
You notice as you look around, the facade of the nerdy gamers drops, and you are surrounded
Hmm.
by about 24 vampires. The smell stops as well. That smell was meant to keep you away. Now, why are you here? The velvet bite do not take kindly to mortals.
I'm going to. Fuck. Let's see. Any good let it out things? Um. um. Can I try to do a let it out, please?
Yeah, what would you like to do?
Convince an NPC to act on their kindness or their
Okay.
best interests.
So what are you doing
Yeah.
exactly?
Okay. I'm not. It's okay. I'm just like, all right, you got me. He thought this was so. There's a thing on Reddit for for meetups, and it's very awkward to talk about. I'm sorry. I know about you guys, and of course I do. It's just it happens. Like I heard it was in this part of town.
As you're
banded.
talking, he cups your face in his hand, looks closer to you. You see he's wearing green contacts. He is trying so hard to be edgy. He goes, "Lucky for you, the velvet bites are also ethical vampires. We only feed on the willing and animals."
Great.
That won't
Great.
stop us from killing you. Roll with spirit, please, for the let it out.
Okay. I'm such a bad roller. Oh, 7.
7, that's a hit.
Oh shit! All right.
And you mark 1
So when
corruption
they
to
say
use
like,
that.
while I'm saying it, I'm just like, by the way, guys, just want to say something. Fuck them werewolves. I got attacked like last week. Bunch of mutts. Am I right? Like fuck them. You see, I watched the Twilight movies. I thought they were all. Who was in the werewolf side of all things? Like, oh come on! It's just.
You hear a
fuck
clap
them.
coming from the back of the room as a very large vampire, about 6'8", quite rotund, with what are those people called? You know, the ones with the face paint that kind of look like clowns.
This feels like
No.
it could get very offensive.
No,
Like a mime?
No, like there's that they're like gangsters, but like clowns. I can't. What's a deadhead? Is it a deadhead?
Oh,
Arnold
no,
No, not a deadhead. What are they called?
I think I might be mixing it up with a music group.
I think it might be fans of a specific music group. I'm just going to say he's wearing white face paint. And
Juggalo gangs.
Huh?
Juggalo gangs.
Yes, that's it.
Oh,
Juggalo
yeah.
gangs.
Yeah, the clown posse.
Yep.
The clown posse.
So, with Juggalo makeup, steps forward and goes. Actually, he doesn't say anything. He just keeps clapping. Then another, and the clapping speeds up. You go, and the big guy goes, "I don't mind this guy so much."
My
The
man.
vampire
man.
with face paint looks at all of them and kind of looks a bit disappointed, but then puts back on his smiling face and goes, "Don't tell anyone. The jester does not listen to his people." And at that moment, Elsa here walks in the door. Oh, welcome!
Andrew, everything okay?
How's it going? We were just greeting one of these stupid mortal guests.
Andrew, everything okay?
Yeah, I think we got a bit there in the end.
Oh, you know him?
We've were attacked by a werewolf. Oh shit! I don't know about that, do I? I don't know
No,
about
you
that.
have no clue about that.
No.
Unless maybe Andrew told you. Maybe Andrew, you told him.
Did I?
Yeah. I told that. Yeah, I told that.
Perfect.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Wait, are they seeming quite aggressive towards me now, or?
No,
Is that-
they're friendly towards you.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought they were like being like, oh, who's
No.
this? We go back. Yeah, we're friends. Who is? I hope you guys are treating him well.
Of course. We decided not to kill him, so you're in luck. Now,
Thank you.
would you like a drink? Party's going on downstairs.
I would love a glass of milk.
I forgot how much of a weirdo you
Oh.
are. You should really stop
Andrew, what do we do?
I think
non-vampires into the club.
I'll actually whisper to the vampire of all people. Like, it's so weird sometimes.
Honestly, like, I know I dress up as the Joker, but like this guy, like seriously. As he
Just
walks down, you see he actually has an AK-47 on his back, which is strange for a vampire. Usually they wouldn't use guns. And you notice that actually everyone in the group has guns. Most of them just pistols. Some of them, the big guy has a shotgun on his back. They are very kitted out.
After I see that, I was like, "Do you have any guns for sale, by the way?" You know, like, I'm actually, the last one was crushed by that werewolf. You know, the mutt. So I'm like, I'm actually,
Let
yeah.
us bring you down to the hub, and I'll help you out, my dear. I hope you understand, but I'm kind of the king of this city, so... By this city, I mean this small club, not actually the city. Though we are making moves. Have you heard of a vampire known as Willem Verhulst?
You know what? I've actually not been in the circle for that long, but he
I
sounds
can
like a cool
tell.
guy.
You look like a virgin. What did you just say? He sounds like a what?
Cool guy.
Well, I recommend you don't say that down here. He's our mortal enemy.
I mean,
guys don't
fuck
like
that
Willem?
guy. You know, it's like,
We don't like Willem. He is so last century. His views are outdated,
oh, is he one of those?
and we
Still,
in
he
the
wears a
Velvet
cross.
Bite believe in equality amongst vampires. You see, for so long, vampires have been determined by age. The older you are, the more powerful you are, and the more you have. But what about us young vampires? What about those of us that are more in tune with our human nature? You know the bloat.
Mhm.
The bloat makes everyone lose their humanity over time. The longer an immortal creature lives, the further away they get, until they turn into titanic monstrosities. As we all know, no one knows why the bloat exists, but it's just the truth of the supernatural world. Now, I've only been a vampire for 24 years. Rest of us, all under 50s.
Wow.
We need to have a say. I mean, we're not just, like, spawned to be kicked out. So, we're going to kill Willem Verhulst. Why am I telling you this? Who knows? But, hey, have a drink. The club's all ready. And he walks you down, and it is this techno kind of 80s retro club. There is like so many lights. You get kind of disoriented. There's blood fountains, blood sprinklers, glasses of blood, lots and lots of human blood. Everyone kind of leers at you, but they see you have the jester's protection, so they're not actually doing anything. But they are kind of looking at you. Some of them go up and sniff you. There's vampires of all shapes and sizes. And there's a vampire DJ up at the front. And with that, as you walk down, we're going to go to Hala. So, Hala, you are at Ibis University, the only and largest university of Eastport. It is where the power circle is most powerful, as it's known to most of those of your circle. The Ibis University has long been under the control of the Spell and Tones Society, a group of alumni, teachers, and current students, if they're really good, of the university who control things behind the scenes and are said to have tendrils in everything. They are arcane practitioners. The Spell and Tome Society mostly doesn't actually include oracles. Oracles are generally more solitary rather than grouped up. But there's probably a few in the Spell and Tome Society as well. But you walk the halls of the historic building, one of the first buildings built in Eastport, and find yourself asking students who look at you kind of strangely where the janitor's office is, and you eventually find Lewis. Oh, sorry, was it Lewis or Louis? It was Lewis. Your co-worker
Yeah.
at the Flipped Lighthouse. He's currently using his PC from it's way too old. It's using like Windows Vista. And he's currently watching a YouTube video it's watching a Mr. Beast video. And the office is like covered in cleaning supplies and like papers, and he jumps up. It is very cramped. It's like tiny. You can barely fit into it. He jumps up and goes, "Hello, what are you doing in? This isn't where you're meant to be."
No, I need some help.
Yeah, what do you want help with?
I just thought you have eyes around the city, and I just thought you might know where someone, maybe ghoul looking, would have gone.
By ghoul looking, do you mean a ghoul?
Yes.
Why do you search? Well, my voice has changed. All right, mate. Why do you search for this ghoul?
He hacked into my social media accounts, is now threatening to dox me, and I just want to get rid of the information on his phone.
He scratches his neck. All right. I have heard of a ghoul belonging to a vampire. You know the vampire's
You know where he's
name?
gone. I do.
So do I. You know, I don't really like vampires. Neither does my master.
I understand. I just, can you tell me where the ghoul's gone?
Why would I tell you? What do I get in return?
Maybe a favor? Maybe there's something that I can help you find out?
Can you kill Craig?
Can't kill Freg. I'm in debt to him. I think you are too.
Too bad, then. Better luck next time, Harla. If there's anything else, I'll be in my office.
Come on, Lewis.
We're not
Please.
friends, Harla. Don't talk to me like that. Me and Craig have the same master. Craig's higher up, and Craig is a traitor. Alright? He's not actually. Retcon, he's not actually my master. He's. My current master is Craig's former master. And if I killed off Craig, I could be made a true demon.
I'll never make you a true demon. Never.
Don't know
You're
that.
a do-boy, and you know that.
Don't
I do.
say that. Don't you fuck.
Do you want to know anything else about your life? Maybe what use they make of you.
I want you to leave.
I shall. I'll get the fuck up out of there.
As you leave, you watch as the stone gargoyles lining the hallways turn to follow you. Just their gaze, they're not actually jumping down and following you. But something feels like part of the university has grown against you. As you
It can't
leave
help me anyways.
the courtyard, you bump into a man. Thin, very handsome, wearing a long trench coat. And he goes, "Oh, my apologies. I must say, you look familiar. You've never seen this man before in your life."
You don't.
"Name's Mike." He puts his hand out.
And what is it that you're talking to me for, Mike?
Mike is also wearing a trilby hat and he swirls it around. "I am an Archduke of Hell."
Congratulations.
"Thank you.
How can I help you?
You've got quite the sass on you." "I don't like
Look, if you
jumped-up
don't mind,
mortals who think they are sassy."
I have enough demons to deal with by myself. And if you'd like to let me go, I'd like to attend to those matters.
I have information about your prophecy and your future that you have no idea about. I got it from who? Lucifer himself, who I hold court with. I'd
Well,
like
you
you
could
to
have
come with
started
me
there, Mike.
for a moment to
To where?
Hell City.
I have this dinner that I have to. How long is this gonna take?
Oh, that's fine. You
I'm
have
sure he
dinner.
knows the dinner.
Dinner with who?
My employer's contact.
Ah. Okay. Well, there'll be an ominous black car following you everywhere you go. From now until you come to hell. Get into the black car, and you will be taken to hell. I'd appreciate if you don't waste my time. Understand?
Yes, thank you.
Now chop chop. And he looks down, opens up a hole, and falls down. The hole remains open, you look down and you see him just falling. And the hole closes up. You see
I'd like to call Jason.
a black car from the 1920s pull up just outside the university at the gates where you're about to leave. The windows are completely tinted black. And no one seems to draw any notice to it. You call Jason, though unfortunately you can't contact him. This isn't unusual, he doesn't know how to use a phone, but sure is inconvenient.
What time is it?
It would be relatively early in the morning, I'd say about 9 a.m. So he would either be slumbering
Okay.
or just inside.
I am going to send him a text message written in the kind of like the style of an old English letter.
Okay.
Just saying, I've gone to Hell City, be back before dinner, hopefully. Love, Hala.
And you hit send.
And I'll get in the car.
And it delivers, but it is not yet seen. He, sitting at the front of the car is a skeleton man, with sunglasses on. Most of his body's covered up by a big cloak. Looks back and says, "Hello, where can I take you?"
Hell City, I believe.
Absolutely. I'm Karen, by the way.
Wait, did you say Karen or Kevin?
Karen!
Wonderful to meet you.
Thank you! I mean, one moment. Thanks. And you are... Wah wah wee wah.
Hala,
Hala.
can we get going?
I've heard... Oh, we're already going. I don't actually drive.
Oh,
My
good,
voice
good.
is really
Okay.
changing. Wow. I am from Edinburgh. Wah wah wee wah. You are Jason von Hayden's little toy, right? What does that piece of paper say? Fuck you, oh shit! You are, Jason
I
Von Eden's toy,
Wouldn't
correct?
call myself a toy.
Oh!
Wouldn't call myself a toy.
You'd be surprised what his victims say about you. They all blame you for him killing them. I'm not sure, it's weird.
Well, how can they blame me if they're dead?
But they're
Well,
in
I
hell.
guess you're in hell.
Yes.
Well, okay.
You see, we've had a bit of a
I
predicament.
assume I'll have.
We've had a lot more citizens coming to hell recently. A lot more. Exactly 100% of the dead are coming to hell. We are having an immigration crisis right here in Hell City. We don't have enough houses. Rent is mad.
What do you mean they're all going to hell? Like they're not going anywhere else?
We have lost contact with heaven completely. Now, I should not be telling you this. I am simply the ferryman of the dead. But I swear to the Creator, this is not good. Because Lucifer just sits in his palace, pondering and crying about lost lovers and shit. I'm telling you, Hell City, it's not the place it used to be.
I can imagine. Population's probably changed quite a bit.
You feel a bump, as if the car went over a speed bump, but he goes, well, we've crossed the border between worlds. And he pulls down your window, and you look outside, and you see an endless landscape. The sky is tinted red, and the rest of the landscape, it's almost like a rocky desert. Off in the distance, you see a city with almost like a hologram above it, Hell City being written. Above that, two colossal creatures, each almost the size of the city, float. One of them a tall, spindly humanoid figure, looking like some sort of skeletal monster with spikes and horns coming out of every limb. And the other, a huge blob, a congealed mass of eyes, arms, mouths, every human body part, but hundreds of them. All of them moving, blinking. And honestly, it's not very attractive. Is this your first time in hell?
I would say so. Physically, yes.
You see, up there? He points at the large, spindly figure floating above Hell City.
I do.
That's the man you just met. Oh, well, that's his true form.
Mike?
Yes, well, Mike Azareth is his full demonic name. He's your employer's old master, but I believe he has bigger requests of you. Requests that might aid you in the coming war of darkness. But anyway, for now, just enjoy the view.
Sure.
And we swap back to the Velvet Bite. Party dancing.
I was
Andrew.
going to ask,
Oh yeah.
how long has it been since we swapped over? Like, was it like, is it immediately or right back to it, or is it like a couple hours later or something like that?
I'd say it would be about 15 minutes later. Like, you've been there a bit, but not like a long time.
Okay, I think I asked the bartender if they have any pina coladas. And I think I'd be trying to hold the pina colada right now. Like half drunk.
They do have pina coladas. They actually have a surprising amount of human alcohol. Probably because they lure people in by selling them human alcohol and then murder them and drink their blood.
Wait, no.
That's the jester said they were ethical vampires, but who knows? The bartender looks at you and says, "You were the one searching for a weapon, correct?
What?
You were the one searching for a weapon, correct?"
Mate, I can't hear you. The music's really loud. What are you saying?
You were the one searching for a weapon, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
She
Music.
lowers her voice. I have a pistol I can give you for a favor. A debt, if you will.
One second. I turn to Cyril.
Cyril is not there.
Oh, has he been left up there, upstairs?
No, you just lost track of him. You have no clue where he is.
Oh.
Fuck it. Yeah, sure. I can do that.
There you go. The name's Victoria. Remember it.
Lovely name.
Her eyes roll back into her head for a moment, and
Oh, but that
her mouth
could be
opens
sexual, so-
up.
Oh,
She goes back. You are Andrew Smith, living on street. Your phone number is correct?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And you have an ex-boyfriend?
Yes.
Do you know where they are right now?
No, I don't.
I do.
Why you asked me then?
You'd be wise to call him up. You might have to put that pistol to use. I'm not a vampire, by the way. I'm an oracle.
Okay. How's that like?
Shit. I'm just a bartender. It's
Seems
kind of
that-
the only jobs us oracles seem to be able to hold down. Not sure why, honestly. It's either bartending or being a newscaster. Like that Harry Spinster guy, I mean, he is good. It's the best of us.
I don't think I've seen him before. No.
Oh, that's
I don't
'cause
get
you're a
that.
stupid human. Yeah, no, he's the guy with the black eyes. He's like the main news guy. He does the best news because he actually knows of the news before it happens. So they like write it all out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just seeing. Yeah, the vampire. Willem Verhulst is arriving, and it appears your boyfriend has been caught in the crossfire. Just letting you know, something to think about.
First of all, ex boyfriend. Okay, and is he here? My ex?
Oh no, he's far away. Other side of the city.
Oh, so he's in the city.
He's currently working at a dock, is that correct? Have you even been
I
following
don't know.
his
He was in
movements?
Glasgow. He was in Glasgow the last time I met him. I'm from Scotland, mate.
You are? I thought that accent.
Yeah.
I thought it was from Alabama.
No, I'm from Scotland. Are you sure it's the right X?
She looks back. Oh, I was wrong. He's not working at the dock. He's on the boat. He's come to the new world. On the same boat as Willem Verhulst.
Suppose one of those bullets are for music.
Sorry?
Just saying, like, so you want me to kill my ex? Is this the date? Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just helping you out. I'm a friend.
Oh, this would be helping me out. I think you've got this on the wrong foot. Fuck him. I just don't want to see him again. If he's on the boat to come here, then of course I'm like,
So you don't mind if he dies? Even though you had such a strong connection?
fuck him.
You're more, heartless than some vampires I know. Mark of corruption, baby. When you ignore your mortal commitments or relationships, mark corruption. An overbearing... That is one of your mortal relationships as well, right?
Yeah, overbearing, but that means he keeps trying to call me, and I keep
And clearly
hanging
he's
up.
in the city now, so you're wondering, why is he in this city?
Kill that bastard. I'll take that pistol. I'll gladly take that pistol.
What did he do to you?
We're not that close yet. The pistol, please.
I could always look into your mind, but I feel like that would be a
I don't know what I know he did.
obstruction of privacy, so I won't do any more. If you ever need me, I'm here with the Velvet Bite. They're actually an alright bunch once you get to know them. Another round, Al Hasir! Al! Al! Al, wake up! Al Hasir!
Ah, so I was taking notes. Yes.
Another round!
Am I paying? What?
What? Do you want more fucking alcohol?
What?
Do you want
Another round?
more alcohol?
Oh, you're asking. I thought you were asking me for another round. Oh,
No!
yeah. Yeah, I'll take another one. Yeah.
I'm a
No,
bartender,
actually,
you see. I give alcohol to my patrons.
I'm good for now. Thank you, though.
That's okay. By the way, I hope you don't mind, but I actually gave you a glass of blood instead of milk.
Yeah, I
said
noticed
it
it
was
was a bit more
strawberry
red than it normally
milk.
is.
But strawberry milk doesn't get that red. It's kind of like a pig. So,
Yeah.
like, that's not, like, you're not, like, I hope you're okay.
I'll get tested. It's fine. It tastes good though. Good job.
Thank you. I don't like it. Anyway, it was lovely meeting you, Andrew.
Lovely meeting you, Victoria.
Okay.
Good luck with your shitty job.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear that part.
What? Sorry, and I'm just
No
walking the
worries.
aisle.
And
What was that
so,
about?
Pistol?
despite the fact that Andrew and Al didn't have not yet spoken about what they were actually meeting up for, we find ourselves Fading to black. And we move to a scene. A man with an absolutely horrible sunken face, looking with grey skin, looking completely lifeless. Long white hair, again in wisps. No facial hair, just a very gaunt face. He is tall and is wearing a suit. His hands are crusty, his fingernails almost black. He steps towards... What does your ex-boyfriend look like, Andrew?
Um,
And what is
you know
his
what?
name?
Have you ever seen like a? Oh fuck, I forgot it. Let's
Me
just
too.
call him David, and he looks like what you
David
would
again?
imagine.
We can't have another David, I swear to God.
Who's David?
David's
know
a
who
werewolf.
David?
Daniel wanted to name some...
Ah.
Daniel also wanted to name the bartender David.
Let's do Jack.
Okay, Jack, great.
And he's the envisionment of a junkie from Glasgow.
Okay, great. I think I can imagine what a junkie from Glasgow looks like.
Yeah.
He, the old tall man smiles, and to some you might be able to see his fangs, but to mortal eyes they're not so obvious. And he goes, Jack, is it? Jack says, Ah, Rui! We're both new to the city. I think we should watch each other's back. Jack looks confused. What are you talking about? And we fade to black. So, what do you think about my amazing Scottish accent, guys?
I hate it
Beautiful, amazing.
with a burning passion.
It's almost as good as Daniel's Scottish accent. Sorry, Daniel. What do I... Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for another session.
Thank you.
It was awesome,
to
Greg.
say, can you mark an advancement with the Wild faction, Camden? Because
Okay.
you kind of went to hell. And I can give advancements out like
Sure.
that. Also, I'd like to see some advancements happening anyway. And you can mark an advancement with the Mortalis faction, Declan.
I've already got that one down.
Okay, then you don't mark an advancement. If you would mark an advancement already, it just means that that's null and void. And I don't think...
I mean,
Yeah?
can I argue about the night? Because technically I was in a club for vampires.
That's true. I'll let you take the night advancement if you mark another corruption.
Thank you.
So, nab
you.
that other corruption, and then, Daniel, I don't think you progressed in that way, especially.
Mm-hmm.
That's not me trying to be a meanie pants.
Oh no, it's
I'm just speaking the truth, you know. Also, I know I keep kind of doing rules reminders, but I'm just gonna do another one. It also helps get into my head as well how things work. But Don't forget about circle moves, which are a thing. Somewhere I can't actually remember where they are, but they are around. Like hit the streets.
The cheat sheet on. Yeah.
Are they on the cheat sheet?
The cheat sheet on page 12. Yeah.
Okay. Epic. And at the end of session, decide increase your score, decrease your score. Oh, you can also. So at the end of every session, I actually completely forgot about this. At the end of every session, decide if you've grown closer to a circle you engage with this session. Increase your score in that circle and decrease your score in a different circle. So you can do that anyway. You can do it once at the end of every session, and you get to mark one of the two circles involved in those changes. So you get to mark advancements. So for example, Declan might decide, oh, I think I grew closer to Knight, but maybe further away from Mortalis, or further away from Power. I mean, you don't, like, it doesn't have to make that much sense. Like, you don't have to be like, I had a falling out with a wizard, so I ran away. It's just generally like you moving closer to a circle, and you get to mark one of them as an advancement. And then think about any debts you may owe. So, for example, Andrew, you owe a debt to Victoria now. I'd say Hala, I'm going to say that Lewis is going to get a debt on you, if you'd like to mark that somewhere. Because you came to
A
him
debt
for
on
help,
me.
and he knows that you're looking
Yeah.
for a ghoul. So he's just got that little bit of leverage on you. And I think that's it. And I think Jason, I don't know if you've got any debts on him, but you get a debt on him because
Okay.
you did it as he asked, and you did genuinely try, even if you failed. So I'd say that's a debt. So also, debt moves are on the last page of the cheat sheet. So you can, when you do someone a favor, they owe you a debt. So if you do someone a favor, you can tell me that if I don't remember, which I likely won't because I'm juggling a bit. You can be like, hey, I did this person a favor, can I have a debt? And I might say, no, you didn't really help them. Or I might say, yeah, great. And when you interfere in someone's business, you owe them a debt. So if you get in the way of someone, you owe them a debt. And then you can cash in a debt to make a PC do these things and make an NPC do these things. So I, as an NPC, for example, I could be like, Mike could make a PC, make Hala answer a question honestly. Well, you guys could make a PC do any of these things, or you could make an NPC do any of these things. And you can refuse to honor a debt. And that, with that, you weasel out of the obligation for now, but you still owe the debt. So you can't just get rid of a debt, but you can postpone the debt, basically. But on a 7 to 9, you owe them additional debt or mark corruption. Or on a miss, you have to honor the debt in full or erase all debts owed to you by their circle and take a -1 ongoing to status with their circle. So basically, their circle just shuts you out and goes, you didn't honor debts, so we don't owe you anything. So yeah, that's some things. Debts, I don't think we've actually done any debt moves yet, so I'm just putting that out there. That's not, like, it's not necessarily a bad thing or anything, but just putting it out that they do exist. I think that's all. If anyone would like to increase their score in one circle and decrease their score in a different circle, you can do that. So that's not your status score, that's just like your circle score. So the one, not the one that's all zeros and then 1 in 1, it's the one that's kind of different. But yeah, apart from that, thanks for coming, guys.